All of you are most welcome in this video class. Today, I will be discussing about principle of inheritance and variation. This is your chapter number 5, class 12 CBSE NCERT textbook. So, children, I hope that you may have learned previous chapters. So, let us start to learn this chapter. So before learning this chapter, there are some important terms. So I will be discussing some of the important terms, and these terms are like first term is genetics. What is genetics? First term is what? Genetics. Genetics means it is a branch of biology under which we study about what? Study of inheritance, heredity, and variation. There are three words: inheritance, heredity, and variation. A character or study of genes and chromosomes. So, what is genetics? Study of inheritance, heredity, variation, character, genes, or chromosomes. This is genetics. Now, what is inheritance? Inheritance means transmission, means transfer. Transfer of character from parents to progeny. It is the basis of heredity. So, if there is a question, what is the basis of heredity? You have to write. The inheritance is the basis of heredity. Then third word is what? Variation. Differences between parents and offspring. The differences between parents and offspring is called variation. Then next word is what? Term is character. A heritable feature, not like honesty or those things. Okay, a heritable feature among the parents and offspring. Example: eye color, hair color. That is what? Character. Trait, variance of character. Like eye color is a what? Character. You see, there are varieties, many varieties of eye. That is called trait. Like brown eyes, blue eye. I hope this slide is clear to all of you. See here, this is a generation transfer of character from one generation to another. If you see, there is some similarities in there. Here, this is what? Hair color. This is what? Hair color. This is what? Traits of eye color. Eyes may be brown, blue, amber, gray. These are different traits. Traits of what? Eye color. Now, next word is what? Allele. Allele. Suppose there is a capital T and a small t. These are two alleles of a character. This is what? A chromosome pair. Chromosomes are always present in the pair. Here, there are capital T and capital T. So, this is what? Homozygous. This is called homozygous. So, what is allele? Allele is also known as allelomorphs. So, other name of allele is allelomorph. So, what is allele? Alternative form of a gene. Alternative form of a gene is called allele. Example: capital T and small t. Capital T is tall and small t is dwarf. Are two alleles of a gene for the character I. So height is having two alleles. One is what? Tall, and that is what? Dwarf. Homozygous, the condition in which chromosome pair carries similar alleles of a gene. Here, there is a similar allele, capital T. Here, this is capital T, and this is what? Capital T. Then that is called homozygous, the condition in which chromosome pair carries similar allele of a gene. They are also known as pure line or true breeding. They are also known as what? Pure line or true breeding. Example: capital T, it is what? Pure line. Small t is also pure line. Capital Y is also pure line. Small y is also a pure line. So then there is a next word that is called heterozygous. Hetero means different condition in which chromosome pair carries dissimilar allele apogee. It carries what? Dissimilar allele apogee. Like capital T, small t, capital Y, small y. Okay, this is a dark and this is a dwarf. Okay, so the condition in which chromosome pair carries dissimilar. One is dark, one is dwarf. This is yellow, and that is what green. So this is called what? Heterozygous. So capital T here and small t here. It is what? Heterozygous. Here see it is small t, so it is also what? Similar. So it is what? Homozygous. I hope that these terms alleles, homozygous and heterozygous is clear to you all. In case if you are having doubt, you can share your doubt in the form of comment. So next slide. So some more characters. We'll be studying some more terms. Dominant character. Dominant character means the character which is expressed in the heterozygous. You know what is heterozygous condition. It is indicated with capital letter. So dominant character. Then there is what? Recessive character. The character which is suppressed in heterozygous condition. It is indicated with small letters. So capital T, small t. So small t is what? Recessive character. Capital T, small t. Capital T is what? Dominant character. Then there is a phenotype, visible character, physical appearance, expression of an individual, that is called phenotype. Visible character or physical expression of an individual is called phenotype. Now what is genotype? The genetic constitution of a character, that is called genotype. The next word is hybrid. An individual produced by mating of genetically unlike parent, that is called hybrid. Here result there is some list of character like in human being. Like cleft chin, there is a cleft in the chin region. So this is what? Dominant over non-cleft. P2P, this is what? Pointed. This is what? Pointed. This is the hairline is called pointed. This is called V2P. This character is dominant over no V2P. Here it is what? Straight. Dimples, there are dimples. Sometimes some people they are having dimple on their face. So dimples are dominant or no dimples. Brown or black hair color, they are dominant or blonde hair color. Freckles are dominant or non-freckles. Brown eyes are dominant or gray or blue eyes. Free earlobe. See here it is, earlobe is what? Free. It is what? Free. So free earlobe is dominant over attached earlobe. Now there is a one person. His name is Gregor John Mendel. Gregor John Mendel. He is known as father of genetics. He is known as father of genetics. This person is known as father of genetics. Means he had to start a scientific study of this genetics. That's why he is known as father of genetics. So he have conducted some experiment. Mendel conducted some hybridization experiment. Hybridization means artificial hybridization. Okay, there was interference of human. Now Mendel is doing what? Interfering with the natural hybridization. So this is what? Artificial hybridization. When there is no interference by human being, that is called natural. But if there is an interference by human being, it becomes what? Artificial. So Mendel conducted some hybridization experiment on which plant? Garden pea. This is what? Garden pea plant. If you are not seen, you may have to test this fruit. It is very sweet in taste. Okay. So this is what? This is also known as pod. This is what? Pod. These are the fruit is pod. So this is a garden pea plant. It is what the scientific botanical name of this garden pea is what? Physon sativum. Physon sativum. And he have studied, he have done hybridization experiment on this plant for 7 years, 1856 and 1863. During this time in India, there was what? First struggle for independence started. These are some of the characters. See, some of the pea plant bear white flower, some bear what? Violet flower, some are pods are what? Flat, some are constricted. So these are some of the phenotypes. If we see what are these steps he has given in the law of inheritance, he has given some law. So there is some steps in making a processing pea. This is a pea plant. This is a petal, then this is a stigma, anther, both male and female sex organs are present in same flower. So it is what? Bisexual. Stamens, carpel are present in same plant. So first of all, selection of two pea plants with contrasting character. So Mendel have selected two plants with contrasting character. So one plant was having violet flower, this one, and another was having what? White flower. Emasculation. Then second step is what? Emasculation. What do you mean by emasculation? The removal of anthers of one plant to avoid self-pollination. This is female parent. So this is a plant. This is what? Symbol of female. This is what? Female parent. So before this pollen can mature, it should be removed. This process is called what? Removal of anther is called what? Emasculation. Then this flower will become what? Now there are anthers are not there. These male sex organs are removed, so it will become what? Female. Okay. Then pollination. What happened here then? In pollination, collection of pollen grains from the male parent and transferring to the female parent. So from a parent, from where we are taking what? Pollen grain. That is what? Plant with white flowers. So these pollen grains are taken and these pollen grains are dusted on the stigma of the this plant. So there is involvement what? Human being. That's why it is called artificial hybridization. Then collection and germination. So what is pollination? Collection of pollen grains from the male parents and transferring to the female parent. Then there is a what? Collection and germination of seed to produce. Okay. So these seeds were selected and then these seeds were germinated. Then what was the product in F1 generation? In F1 generation, here if you see, all plants are bearing what? Violet flowers only. There is no white flower. So in this way, Mendel have conducted experiment. So he have not taken only one character, he have selected 7 characters. These characters were stem height. There are 2 alleles of height. One is tall, one is dwarf. So tall, when cross is done between tall plant and dwarf, so tall plant is dominant. Then second character was flower color. Then there was a cross between wild plant bearing what? Violet flower and plant bearing white flower. So F1 generation The all the plant will bear what? White flower. Second, third one is what? Flower position. Flower position is having what? There are two elements of flower position. One is what? Axial. Second is terminal. What do you mean by axial? When flowers are born as a side branch, that is called axial flower. When the stem terminate into flower, that is called terminal flower. So axial is dominant over terminal. Axial is dominant over terminal. Pod shape. Pods are what? Inflated, as well as this is what? Inflated. This is what? Pod is what? Pod shape is inflated. And constricted means here there is what? Wavy margin. This is not flat. This is what? Constricted. So inflated is what? Dominant over. This is dominant over. This constricted. Then pod color. Green pod and yellow pod. So green pod is dominant over yellow pod. The fruit of this pea is called pod. That's why the word is what? Pod. Seed shape. This seed may be round and wrinkled. So wrinkled, this is round, this is what? Wrinkled. So round is dominant over wrinkled. And then seed color, yellow seeded plant and green seeded plant. So when grass is done between these two plants, so yellow is dominant over green. So Mendel have taken 7 characters, and these 7 characters are having what? 14 traits. So if in question there is a question is there, Mendel have selected how many characters, then you have to write 7, and how many traits, then 14 traits. I hope this is clear. This is a tall plant. This is the Elilactonium dwarf. This is axial. This is a terminal. This is a violet flower. This is white. This is a full, and this is a constricted pod. This is what? Green pod, yellow pod. This is a round seed, a wrinkled seed, yellow seed, and green seed. Inheritance of one gene. This is also known as inheritance of one gene is also known as monohybrid cross. A cross involving 2 plants differing in one character. Here there are 2 plant 1 and plant 2. What is it? There is a differing in only one character. Characters different is here. This is also having what? Violet flower. This is also having violet flower. But there is a difference in what? Height. This is a tall. This is what? Dwarf. So cross between tall and dwarf, that is somewhat monohybrid cross. Mendel cross tall and dwarf tree plant to study the inheritance of genes. So then there was a cross between tall plant and dwarf plant. Okay. Cross between violet and white flower part. This is also monohybrid. Cross between yellow and green seeded plant. That is, this is also what? Monohybrid cross. So inheritance of one gene. We are doing what? Inheritance of one gene or monohybrid cross. So this is the parent. Parent is homozygous star. Here one parent is what? Homozygous plant, and the parent is what? Homozygous dwarf. So when there was a cross system, then there will be formation of gamete. Gametes are produced because of meiosis. When there is a meiosis, 2 young become what? N. So here 2 means 2 alpha T are there, they will become 1. So this is what haploid. Gametes are haploid. Capital T, one single capital T and single small t. When this gamete group, they form zygote, and this genotype will become what? Capital T and small t. So in F1, that is called first filial. F stands for filial. So all the plant, they were what? Tall. They were not a medium size. Neither they were dwarf. All were tall. Yes, they were what? Heterozygous tall. Parent was homozygous tall. And but here this first generation is what? Heterozygous tall. Okay. So this is what F1 generation. When there was a self-union, here there was a cross-pollination because two different parents are taken. But here there is a self-pollination. Here this plant also bear a violet flower. This also bear a violet flower. This is also tall. This is also tall. So there is a self-pollination is being done. So heterozygous star, capital G small t, and heterozygous star, capital T small t. Then there will be formation of two type of gamete. One gamete will carry capital T, and then will carry small t. Here also one will carry capital T, and then will carry small t. So in F2 generation, these gametes they may choose this square. This can be represented in the form of square. So this is called, this was discovered by Pune. That's why it is also known as Pune square. Pune square, other name of Pune square is checkerboard. It is also known as checkerboard. So these gametes are male and female. You can see this is female and this is what male. Okay. So the gamete carrying capital T and capital T, they will fuse together, they will form homozygous capital T, capital T, this will be what here capital T and small t. So capital T, small t, it is also tall, but it is what heterozygous. When we are writing this alphabet in this square, first we have to write what? That which is dominant. So capital is dominant over small t. So first we have to write what? Capital T. Okay. So here also, so capital T and small t. Why first we are writing capital T? Because capital T is dominant over small t. So, and here small t, one is coming from here, and there is coming from here to capital T, small t. So, this is also what? Dwarf. Now, inheritance of, we are studying inheritance of one chip. The F1, that is capital T and small t. Where self-pollinated produce gamete capital T and small t in equal proportion. During fertilization, pollen grain of capital T, they are having 50% chance to fuse with what? To fertilize pollinate either capital T or small t, 50% chance. In the same way, also pollen grain of genotype small t have a 50% chance to pollinate egg of capital T or small t. 50% with capital T and 50% with small t. So 1 out of 4 of the random fertilization lead to capital T, capital T. 1 out of 2/4 of the random fertilization lead to capital T, small t. 1/4 of random fertilization lead to small t, small t. So 1/4. See, 1 out of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 out of 4 is what? Capital T. Capital T. 1 out of 2. Half of this, no? Half of this are what? Capital T. 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4 is 1. Become what? 1 out of 2. Okay. They are what? Capital T, small t, and 1/4. So this is only 1 out of 4. So 1/4 are what? Small t, small t. So this can be expressed in the form of binomial expression. So ax plus by the whole square. So it becomes what? 1/2 capital T, 1/2 small t the whole square. So it becomes 1/2 capital T plus 1/2 small t, 1/2 capital T plus 1/2 small t. So 1/2 and 1/2 become what? 1/4. 1/4 of what? Capital T. Okay. So 1/4 of what? Capital T, small t. 1/4 of capital T, small t, and 1/4 of what? Small t, small t. So ultimately, if you simplify, it becomes what? This 1/4, this 1/4 means 2, what? 1/2. of capital T and 1/4 of what? Small t. So in monohybrid cross was done between tall plants and dwarf plants. In F1 generation, there was what capital R were tall, and there was self pollination was done. So this was the checkerboard. So in monohybrid, phenotypic ratio between tall and dwarf is 3:1. Phenotypic ratio means external appearance. So phenotypic ratio is between tall and dwarf is what? 3:1. And genotypic ratio is how many homozygous capital T, capital T? 1. This is what? 1. Heterozygous star, this one and this one. 2. So homozygous dwarf capital T, small t 1. So genotype ratio is in F1 generation is what? In F2 generation is 1:2:1. And phenotypic ratio is what? 3:1. I hope this is clear. Now, inheritance, we are doing inheritance of one gene in monohybrid cross. Mendel self-pollinated F2 and found that dwarf F2 plants continue to generate dwarf plants in F3 and F4. He concluded that genotype of dwarf was homozygous. Genotype of dwarf was what? Homozygous. Mendel made similar observation for other pairs of characters like purple, white, yellow, green, brown, twinkle, green, yellow, round, constricted, axial, and terminal, and dot. He proposed that some factors were inherited from parent to offspring. These factors are now called as genes. Factors are called as genes. Factors are nothing but they are what? Model genes. Inheritance of one gene. Then now we will study what? Back cross and test cross. Back cross means cross between hybrid and its any parent. The cross is done between hybrid and its any parent. That is called what? Back cross. This crossing of an organism. Crossing of organism with the dominant phenotype to a recessive individual. Here, this is what F1 hybrid. This is what recessive parent. Then this cross is called what? Test cross. This is what F1 hybrid. When the cross is done between F1 hybrid and recessive parent, that is called test cross. Monohybrid test cross ratio is 1:1. Here this is will be what? Small t. This is what? Small t, small. This is not capital T small. But here, 50% of the plants are what? Tall and 50% plants are what? Dwarf. So this is the ratio. This ratio is 1:1. Test cross. This cross is used. Now, what is the use of this test cross? This cross is used to find out the unknown genotype of a character. Okay, suppose this is a flower. Okay, this is a white black colored flower. We don't know what is the genotype. So it may be having genotype, may be what? Capital 2. It may be pure. Okay, it may be what? Genotype is may be pure, or it may be what? Hybrid. It is violet, it may be what? Pure as well as it may be hybrid. So it may be having what? Now we have to test it, whether what is the genotype, whether it is what? Pure or hybrid. So for that we used to do what? Test cross. We used to do test cross. So we have to guess that if it is violet is dominant, so it may be having genotype WW or capital W small w. Then there is a cross is done between recessive parent. So this is what? Hybrid. The recessive parent is this one. Here this is what? Pure. Recessive parent is this one. Okay. So when it is a hybrid and cross is done, then there will be formation of two type of gamete. Capital W, small w. Here SSU, small w, small w. So this will become what? Capital W, small w. This capital W, small w. Okay, small w, small w. This one, this one. So half violet, half white. Here what is the result? Half violet and half violet, white. Then unknown flower is heterozygous. So here it is what? Heterozygous. But in the case, if it is homozygous, what will be when this is a cross with what? Recessive parent, then there will be a capital W, small w, capital W, that this will be here. Okay. This is here. So this also with this also with this. So if we see what is the result, all are violet flowers. So unknown flower is homozygous dominant. Unknown flower is what? Homozygous dominant. Test cross. So what is the use of test cross? Test cross is used to find the unknown genotype of character like flower color. And the conducted test cross to determine the F2 genotype. Now, on the basis of these classes, Mendel has given some laws. First law of dominance. First law of dominance. Characters are controlled by discrete unit called factor. And this is what factor. These units are not continuous, they are discrete units. Factors occur in pair. This factor are always present in what pair? Capital T, small t, capital T, capital T, small t, small t. In a dissimilar pair of factors like capital T, small t, one member of the pair dominant, the other recessive. So if there is what dissimilar pair of factors, so one is dominant, other is what recessive. But in case of similar pair of factors, similar pair, there is no one is recessive. Yes, similar, no recessive. But if there is dissimilar, then one factor is dominant. What recessive? This is called what? Law of dominance. During gamete formation, the factor that we also known as allele factor character they are present in parent segregate. These are parent they segregate. Okay. So this is what second law law of segregation. These factors are present together, but similar pair of factors they are homozygous. So when there is a gamete formation, the factor of character they are present in parent segregate from each other such that a gamete receives only one of the two factors. So there is a segregation. This is gamete. This is a similar gamete. Yes, there is a similar pair of factor will produce similar gametes. They will segregate. They will segregate. But here dissimilar pair of factors that is heterozygous, they will also produce gametes. They similar. But these gametes will be dissimilar. So homozygous parent produces similar gamete. Heterozygous parent produces two kinds of gamete, each having one allele with equal proportion. What? Law of segregation. Now we'll discuss what inheritance of two genes. That is also known as what dihybrid cross. In inheritance, we study about what inheritance of two genes. That is called dihybrid cross. It is a cross between two parents, differing in two pairs of contrasting character. Here, two pairs, not two, but two pairs of contrasting characters. Mendel made some dihybrid crosses in pea plant. So cross between pea plant with the round shape. One character is shape and there is what color. So two pairs. So round shape and yellow color seeded. The genotype is this capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y, and wrinkled shape and green color seed. Small r, small r, small y, small. Is that what? Round and yellow. This word wrinkled and green. Wrinkled and round yellow and wrinkled green. So uh, parents are what? Round yellow. Phenotype is what? Phenotype is what? Round yellow. Genotype around yellow is one character. This round is regulated by two elements. So capital R, yellow is what? For yellow, there is capital Y, capital Y. Then wrinkled green, small r, small y. When there will be gamete formation, it will become half. So it will become what? Half. It will become half. This will also become half. It will become what? Half. Y. It becomes. So earlier there was what? Capital T, then it will become half in single T. Here there are four. Here, when there are two, then it will become half. Here there is a four, therefore it will become what? Two. So in gamete will be having what? This type this genotype, capital R, capital Y, and here in wrinkle green is small r, small y, because these are recessive. So when the cross was done in F1 generation, R was dominant, therefore yellow. Y is dominant over small y, therefore it was round. That will be down below, but genotype will change. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Then selfing was done. Then there will be four different types of gamete will be produced, right? This may this to capital R, small capital Y. This may go with this as well. So capital R, small y. This small r may go with capital Y, so small r, capital Y. And here this small r can go with small y. So these are four different types of what gametes. There are also four different types of gametes. On observing F2, Mendel found that yellow and green color segregated in a 3:1 ratio. Round and wrinkled seed shape also segregated in a 3:1 ratio. So in the inheritance of two gene, this is the checker code. So these are the gametes of F2 generation. Capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small y. So there is a cell formation. So capital R, capital Y come together. Capital Y will come together. So it become yellow. Now here capital R is capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small y. Capital Y, why we are writing first capital Y? Because it is for round. So it become what? Because it is R for round. So phenotype is also round here. This also capital R from here, small r from here. Because capital R is dominant over small r, therefore we are writing first capital R, then second small. Here capital Y is capital Y is so capital R small r, capital Y, capital Y. Phenotype because it is capital R, therefore it is round, therefore capital Y, therefore it is what we are looking. Here also capital R, small r, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. So because capital R is there, therefore round, because capital R is dominant over small r, capital Y is dominant over small y. So this sheet will become what? Round. Then there is a chance that we using a coordinate with this. So capital Y and small y. So it becomes round here. This is what capital R, small y. Yes, small y is what green. So it is round but green, not yellow. Why not yellow? Because capital Y is not here. Second here, this and this. Then capital R from here, small r from here, capital R, small r. capital Y here, capital small y here. So capital Y small y because it is capital Y, capital R, that's why round. Capital Y is there, that's why it's yellow. So it will be what? It will be round yellow. Here, capital R from here, small r from here, capital R. Small y from here, small y. So small y, small. Because capital R is there, therefore round. Here there is no capital R. Both are small y. So small y code for what? Green. Small y code for green. So it becomes what? Round green, not round yellow. The third condition may be like this. Here, cross between this and this. So capital R from here, small r from here, capital R smaller, capital Y, capital Y. So because capital R is there, that's the round, and capital Y is there, that's why yellow. Now see this combination, this and this. So capital R, smaller, smaller. Because capital R is there, that's why round. Here this is small capital Y and here small y. So which is dominant capital Y? So we will be writing first capital Y. Okay. So because capital R is there and capital Y is also there. So round here. See this condition. Smaller here, smaller here. Here. And smaller is here also. This become what? Smaller. So it become what? Wrinkled, not round. It become what? Wrinkled. So wrinkled. A capital Y from here, capital Y from here. So it become what? Capital Y, capital Y. So wrinkled yellow. Now this condition smaller, therefore it become what? Smaller, wrinkled yellow. Then there is a capital Y from here and small y here. Therefore, capital Y is there, therefore yellow. So it become what? Wrinkled yellow. Phenotype is what? Smaller, capital Y, small y, but phenotype is what? Wrinkled yellow. Now condition number 4 is what? Capital R from here, capital Y from capital R from here, and small r from here. So capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. So round yellow. This what? Round yellow. Why? Because the capital R is there, that's why round. And Y is there, so round yellow. So here see here, capital R from this side and small r from this side. So capital R, small r, round, and small y, small r, therefore green. Here small r, this is small, this is also smaller. So smaller, that's why it becomes wrinkled. And capital Y from here, small y from here, therefore it becomes what? Yellow. So it becomes what? Wrinkled yellow. This condition classes in this gamut and this gamut. So smaller, small y. So wrinkled green. Small wrinkled, smaller are there, therefore wrinkled, small y is there, that's why green. So if we see the round yellow, this is round yellow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 turns will be a what? Round yellow. Here what? There will be a round yellow. Round 3. This is what? Round 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what? Round 3. So what? Wrinkled yellow. This is what? Wrinkled. This is the wrinkled yellow. And wrinkled green is 1:1. So ratio between dihybrid phenotypic ratio is what? 9:3:1. It is derived as a combination series of 3 yellow, 1 with 3 round, 1 wrinkled. That is 3:1 multiplied by 2:1. So 3 3s are 3 is a 9. 3 1s are 3. 1 3s are 3. So and 1 1s are 1. So this is what? the ratio is what? 9:3:1. Now, the dihaploid F2 genotypic ratio. So, if we find this only one, this is only one. Okay, so that is two. This is what? Capital R, capital R, capital Y, this one, and then there is what? Capital R and this. Okay, same. So this is capital R smaller, capital R smaller, capital Y this one, and capital R smaller, and this one. This way you can count, you can search, and this is the ratio is 1:2, 2:1, 1:2, 2:2, 4:2, 1:2, 2:1. This is the dihaploid genotype ratio. Genotype ratio is 9:3, 3:1, and genotype ratio is 1:2, 1:2. Third law of Mendel, that is called law of independent assortment. According to this law, it is based on the result of dihaploid cross. It states that when two pair of traits means two pair of traits are combined in a hybrid, segregation of one pair of character is independent for the other pair of character. Means if one and we suppose this is what? One possibility, and this is possibility number. This is a capital A, capital B. So they may go together as well. Capital A, capital B, and small b, but it is not, they are independent. Okay, and it, because this is what, then this will be what? Capital A, capital B, capital A, small b. Here small b, small b, small a, small b. Possibility. There is this possibility also that the capital A may go with small b. So capital A, small b. Yeah. Then small b can go with the capital B can go with the small a. So small a, capital B. This possibility is also there. So they are independent. They are what? Independent. This why this is called Mendel's law of independent assortment. The concept of dominance. Every gene contains information. What is dominance? Every gene contains information to express a particular trait. Which I quote. There are two alleles of allele, two types of allele. Unmodified, normal or functional. Functioning allele is generally dominant and represent original. Modified allele, it is generally recessive. So allele of brown eye color is unmodified allele, and allele of blue eye color is modified allele. So this is what unmodified allele. Unmodified allele, so they will produce what homozygous gene pair. Here unmodified allele, modified allele, they will produce what heterozygous gene pair. Here is. So this may be what? Modified allele, that is homozygous gene pair. So the concept of dominance. Example, consider a gene that contains information for producing an enzyme. So a gene expresses itself by producing an normal allele of the gene produces a normal allele. Our modified allele is responsible for production of normal or less efficient enzyme or non-functional enzyme or no enzyme at all. In this case, normal or less efficient enzyme. This case, modified allele will produce same phenotype like unmodified allele. Thus, modified allele is equivalent to unmodified allele. Unmodified allele produces enzyme. Unmodified allele also produces enzyme. So means modified allele is equivalent to unmodified. So condition number two, non-functional enzyme. In these cases, the phenotype will depend only on the function of unmodified allele. The modified allele becomes recessive. Case number two here, unmodified allele produces enzyme and modified allele produces non-functional enzyme. Case number three, unmodified allele produces enzyme. Modified allele produces no enzyme. So if it is producing enzyme, it's dominant. If it is producing enzyme and that is non-functional or no enzyme, then it will not be able to express. So thank you very much for watching this video. Like, comment, share it with your friend and subscribe my channel to get latest videos related with class 11 and class 12 class. Thank you very much.